Okay, and I'm live. Hello. Hello, Joe Ninja Hen. And hi, Chloe White. How are you guys doing? Sorry, I just needed a minute. I needed to go grab something to drink. How is everything going? What is everybody working on? Um, uh, However, I can go ahead and go into my intro if you guys are ready, or do you want to chat first? Or that's good, Joan. Well, I have been really busy, but thank you very much for asking. Um, but getting ready um, for school to start again, because that's what's going on locally, and just doing all kinds of things, including working on my book and arranging for some businessy things. You're struggling with second book syndrome, and I did not show that, so I could, since that was such a nice comment. And yeah, I have been there with doing nonfiction. I used to be a freelance journalist and freelance writer, so in that, I think that kind of translates in a way, because I have it's kind of the next thing and the next thing and the next project, so I kind of understand. Yeah, been there. So but while I'm waiting, actually, while I'm waiting for the lag, I'll just go ahead and go into my intro, I guess. My name is Heather Dewey Pettit, and I am, I guess I can say, I'm an author, editor, and sometimes artist, and I am, let's see, as an author, I'm right smack dab in the middle of writing my first book, which is a young adult fantasy. Actually, Chloe, and so yeah, so it's a young adult / new adult fantasy, and it's got some Celtic themes. I might have mentioned in another live stream, or possibly video. So and as an editor, I specialize in copy editing and proofreading for indie authors and also publishers. I and what was I going to say? Oh yeah, and then further specialized, sorry, in speculative fiction. So yeah, that's very interesting, Chloe. I know that it's kind of a popular genre right now, but it's it's also what a lot of people really love it. To read it and write it. Excuse me. First in 4, I can see 4. I would like for mine to be a trilogy, because I was thinking it really should be told in 3 parts. And so when I first had my idea, I realized it was too big, and I, kind of been whittling it down, and yeah, I think it's going to be a trilogy, but I'm still working on it. Hi, Charlie. How are you? Thanks for swinging by. What's going on? Charlie, I'm getting kind of excited for my con. I have some things I need to do. Um, I need to basically I need to film myself in my outfits and then I'm supposed to and then send them along to that particular department for the what they're calling it, a fashion show instead of a contest now, and so I'm supposed to do that. So I'm kind of thinking I might use one of them during one of my streams if anybody's interested. Just let me know. Audio production. Okay, so you do your own audiobooks, or do you mean your podcast? I'm sorry. You probably meant your podcast. Which that's I you know who, by the way, you know who I don't I don't know if it's, yeah, it's bigger than I really think sometimes. But I met, we're both okay. I met Christian Basil. I met Christian Basil. He comes to my con, which is Necronomicon Tampa. Hi, Bonnie. And but he's a real nice guy. And so the Hanging with Leb show, they have come to Necronomicon for a while. So hi, Bonnie. How's it going? So I started following them on YouTube, and I watched a couple of things. A little bit of something about. I didn't watch the whole thing, Charlie, but I watched it was about the Ninth Doctor, bringing back the Ninth Doctor for something. So I don't know exactly. I think it's a web thing. I don't think it's on the standard channel. I mean, show. Oops, I skipped over that. But yeah, just like Dory says, right? Just keep swimming. I think about that sometimes with everything I have going on. Really interesting. Yeah, that was me like during the summer months when and late spring um when I was teaching my kid. I like this. Reading and editing kids in life. That sounds like me. That sounds like me, Bonnie. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Audiobooks and animated shorts. Okay. Excuse me. Oh boy, I was thirsty. That that makes a lot of sense. So one of my cosplay costumes. Um, oh, let's just say it's Doctor Who related. Because why not? You know, I actually have been a fan for a long time. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the do some looking for some sprints. Who has new sprints? Um, let's see here. Open that up. Okay. Oh, I've got one. Actually, I've got a couple. I think I know what I want. If everybody likes Miss Joan Ninja Hens, typewriter timer or whatever. Well, it looks like a computer keyboard, but so cute. We can start with sprints in a couple minutes. Are you staying, Charlie? You know, I'm kind of thinking of doing that. I'm really thinking of doing that, Charlie. Actually, I was thinking about that while I was going to pick up my dog's beds today. I was really thinking of doing that. Yeah. So, I think I'll use my cosplay stuff. So I've got a few things actually. And we also go to our local Renaissance fair too. So I've got some things I've accumulated since doing that since forever. And then I started going to Necronomicon Tampa in 2014, probably, approximately. So I'm one of those people we keep all the stuff. This is from last year. It's really cute. So it was very like drive-in movie, B movie themed. It was really cute how they did everything. Really, really cute. Hello, Chelsea. But yeah, I'm seriously thinking of doing that for October. Yeah. Hello. So I have some choices. Um, and I never really had a whole lot of choices. Well, I kind of did, but I felt limited because a good portion of characters who were in movies that were female usually had dark hair, not blonde, until the last several years or so. So when I was young, I was like, oh, but my hair isn't dark like Princess Leia's when I was little. You know, there's a story my mother talks about. Because I was very disappointed not having brown hair. So, okay, well, I have 7:01 p.m., so I do like to start sprints around 7. Oh, that's great, Chelsea. I'm at I need to do a word count again, but I'm approximately um I know I think I'm close to 36,000, something like that. But congratulations, that's awesome. Um, The nameless goal. Okay, cool. But yeah, my um, growing up with two brothers, and they were very into to Halloween costumes, and so was I actually. And so we did the Star Wars thing because there were three of us, and my younger brother had blonder hair, so he'd be Luke, and my older brother would be Han Solo, and of course I had to be the Princess Leia. You were platinum blonde and dyed your hair black. So do you mean for Halloween before? Okay. Charlie, do you mean like on your Discord or the I'm so sorry, the thing you do, the other thing. Sorry. Um um your site basically. Yes, congrats again. Hello, Autumn. How are you? Okay, okay. Thank you. So sorry for misspeaking there. The manuscript feature on World End. Well, I can see the benefits of doing that. I understand. I have 8 people. What be? I might actually put this out there when I do have this many people. I might like to. I might need a little help keeping up with all the comments. If anybody wants to be a moderator, please feel free. Do you want to reply to Joe Ninja Hen, Charlie, yourself in chat, or I can? But yeah, I can really see the benefits of doing that, Charlie. Okay. You'll take a wrench? Okay. I actually, somebody had done that for me just like, I think it was that yesterday or the day before. First time, so. Okay. And so let's see, I guess I have to do this. And then I have to do this. I don't want to put you in timeout. That's hilarious. I'll block you. I don't see any other. How do you do it again? Somebody was telling me you have to showing the 3 dots, but I don't see it. Um. Okay. Cool. Interesting. How did that make you feel? Did it make you feel sexy or something? Something different? Do you? And I'm like, I've never done it before. I've haven't really needed to do it before. But I'm a little confused as to how to do that. Oh, you have to do it on YouTube. Oh. Hmm. Okay, so I have to. Oh, okay. Let's see. Um. All right. Um, okay. I guess I can pause it. Wow, I really have yeah, that's why I paused it. So, um, add moderator. Oh, awesome. Now I'll go back and look at this time. Okay. 9. Wow. I don't think I've ever had 9 viewers at once. I hope you didn't have too much feedback, people. I hope that worked okay, Charlie. 10? Yeah, that's very interesting. It's almost like, no, it's almost like doing it for a critique group. Anyway, let's see, where am I? You have the power. Yes, you do. Yeah, I bet. Well, everybody, would you like some sprints? Because I know some good ones. Some good timers. Good. I know some good timers. I've got Joan Ninja Hens, 15 and 20-minute timers right in front of me. Now I'll just go ahead and share the screen while we are thinking. Let's see here. Let me see here. And like that. And that. Oh, would you guys like 20 minutes? Give me a second. I've got too many things going on at once. I think I had my first troll, Charlie, about a month ago. We can do 15 minutes to start, just to kind of warm up a little bit. And he can also help me answer questions because I've got a lot of stuff going on here. Well, Joan Ninja Hen, I don't have any patrons yet. I started. The funny thing is, I started a Patreon page a couple of years ago, but then I was like, well, is this something I need to do? Okay, that's cool. Or whatever. Um, let's see. Let me see here. And so I wasn't sure exactly about doing it. So, yeah. Okay. Here we go. Choosing it. I'm going to pause it and give everybody like a 5 second delay here. Okay. So we can do this in, here we go, in 3, 2, yeah, 1. Sprint. Okay. Okay, how did everybody do? What did everybody do? I gotta clean something up, so I gotta do that super quick while you guys are commenting. Something to clean off my laptop. Start with that anyway. I don't remember if I have seen this video. I might have, possibly. Excuse me. It's very cool. And I have read a little bit of her web fiction. And I have some things to do for you, Joe Ninja Hen. So I've got some things to work on. So let's see. What did I do? I mostly was dealing with this, and but I also did pull up a couple of projects that I do need to work on. So one of which is my book, and yeah, actually the other there were 2 documents that had to do with my book. So that's cool. See, that's what's great about AuthorTube is that we're it's a supportive environment, and I like that. Hi, Stephanie. Hello. How are you? Yes, I pulled up some documents that I was working on for something, Stephanie. I don't know. I'm just showing everything at this point. But how I should like do that acting thing where you're making funny sounds or before singing me may my moo before I get started with this. But yeah, and then I forgot. I lost my train of thought. But so what are you? Are you good? Are you stopping by to work on something, Stephanie, or are you just swinging by, which I have done from time to time myself? And I'm okay. I think I might have gotten a decent amount of sleep last night, so I'm not a zombie this evening. So things are pretty good. Um, got some projects to work on, and kid is in bed. So yes, exactly, Charlie. It really is. It really is. Um, and oh, I started to say it earlier. So is my critique group, my little critique group. That I actually, well, I guess I run it, but uh, it's a great little group. It's only a few people, and it's a really great group. Um, as many sprints as we can fit in. If you would like a bunch of sprints and not a lot of chat this evening, I kind of like go with the flow and see what everybody wants to do. Sometimes I end up just chatting with people, but sprinting is also good. I know we're trying to get things done as well. I can relate to that, Charlie. Yeah, things have been really crazy for me for a while. Really, probably since school's been out in March. Middle of March. Um, things have been pretty crazy. Trying to fit everything in. But it is what it is. And I think things will start slowing down once he does go back to school, because I will just have a little bit more time. I think that's about the number how sprints are going to go. So yeah, busy. Yeah, but Charlie, yeah, I've been doing that too, because I have this channel. I also have another channel, and because I'm crazy like that. And what else? Yeah, I'm an editor and I'm a writer, and run a critique group, and I'm a sometime artist. I was just fiddling with a piano while I'm thinking. It helps while I'm thinking. I find it really helps when I'm trying to think. Oh, that's cool, Stephanie. Okay. I heard about that, Charlie. I've already seen at least one on my queue, I guess, in the queue. Um, Dana Gowan has one I saw, and if you're doing one of those too, I want to be in on that. So I'll have to make sure I get the reminder and everything. And then it's not this coming weekend, but the following, I'm doing a couple of um, I'm co-hosting a couple of streams, so that'll be nice. I don't get much chance to do that, I guess, or I don't think of asking sometimes. But anyway, now you can see my face. So yeah, well, would everybody like another sprint? We can again, we can do another 15, or we can do 20. Stephanie, you're going to be on too this weekend. Have I ever been on a weekend stream? I've been on, oh gosh, Sarah Scharnweber's Friday nights. Oh my gosh, I think I've done that twice now, and she's a hoot. That's a lot of fun. And who else have I done? I've been on BC stream at least once, and uh, Dana Gollins, and vice versa. She was on mine as well. She was on my first stream ever, and she was helping me. Yes, I'm going to be like probably after this I'll go and get you know, put the reminders on for a bunch. Oh, okay, John. We can do 20 minutes. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Let me go ahead and choose. Let's see. Um, so that's cool, Stephanie. Oh, thank you for that, Charlie. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I know I'm a copy editor, but don't worry. Okay. So yeah, I didn't realize that it was going on until like yesterday was the first time I think I've heard of it, but this is the 24th. Wait a minute. Okay, around the world over 24 hours. So I'm going to show that for sure because that way it's very clear to everyone. So it's taking place I wonder, do you know how many countries are doing that, Charlie? I'm curious. So after this is over, I'll go back and click on the playlist and do all of and get the reminders and such. Also, are you guys ready? A little bit lag. Whoops. Everybody ready? Just preparing. Getting everybody ready. Let's see here. 1 second. Get that. And why not show that? There we go. Okay. Marcus is in Sweden. Okay, wait a minute. S. Oh, okay. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, sprint. Okay. I did it that time. How did everybody do? What did everybody do? Um, I did. I did a bit of editing in a in my manuscript. Um, the little bit I'm going to be um, sending into the AuthorTube critique group that Stephanie started a couple weeks ago. So I need to get that in for you. Sorry, Stephanie. I know I haven't gotten that in yet. But so that's almost ready to go. I just had a few things I had to do. What did everybody else do? I'm curious. And let me take this off. Excuse me. There we go. So, what did everybody do? Let's see. I can find that for a sec. And yeah, I know I'm rubbing my eye. Oh, it is what it is. So in addition to doing that, I have been prepping a canvas, a small canvas. I do like to paint canvases from time to time. And I will be, that's another thing I got to do for my con because I'm submitting art to their art show. So interesting. That sounds really interesting, Charlie. Yes, all words count. Really, that's interesting. I mean, it's kind of like a radio, kind of like old time radio, right? That would be really interesting, Charlie. That sounds really interesting. Um, why is my phone ringing? Oh my gosh, so sorry. Really? Oops. One of these days I'll remember to put my phone on silent before I get started. There we go. Now it is. So that sounds really cool, Charlie. Wow. Really neat. You know, it's interesting. Sometimes during my critique group, I find myself really getting into some of the stories I'm reading, and I'm like, just reading it like I'm, like I'm actually narrating a story, and it just makes me think sometimes, um, you know, that maybe, I could. Do my own audiobook or something along those lines. I actually worked, Charlie, for a one of the first um, on hold marketing companies. Actually, I think it was the first one. But, yeah, I do believe that they did the first one. Oh, interesting. But I worked for I think it was called a Message on Hold company. Yeah, and it was. I do remember it was the very first one, and I wrote. Basically, I was a copywriter. I was there for about 6 months, I guess, until they didn't. I don't know. They didn't want me anymore for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah. So I got let go. But And I think they just needed a warm body, because it was Christmas time and stuff. It was like in the fall, and then Christmas time, and then I left around May probably. But a lot of it was local, and some of it was Georgia. I'm sorry, I'm here in Florida, in Tampa Bay, Florida. But a lot of it was local, even for my little town here, Baltimore, where I live now. How funny is that? I worked for I did one of them was for the city of Baltimore. I'm promoting some events and things. How ironic is that? But so yeah, I wrote the copy that said, "Thank you for holding. If you'd like to know more about our blah blah blah, thank you for holding. We will be with you as soon as possible." There were only a few versions of that you could work with, but you had to vary it, and it was kind of easy, but kind of challenging at the same time. Okay, so Charlie, that's very interesting because my brother-in-law did audio engineering. He was also a composer and an arranger. And so he used to have a recording studio, actually. And so, yeah. I actually recorded myself singing there once when I was in high school. But, they're older. My sister's 13 years older than me. I think I mentioned this before during one of your streams, Charlie. Wait a minute. Wait. That's funny. I'm the one to blame for what? Wait a minute. Oh, for that darn copy. Yeah. I was one of, oh gosh, how many of us were in there? There were probably a good 9 of us, 8 or 9 of us or something in this. And the bulk of them were, people with nice English degrees, but they couldn't get a job at the time, so they were working there. Yes. That is exactly what I wrote. Thank you for calling. That was important to us. Please mix it. Yeah. And the very few variations of that line. Yeah, there was a lot of that. There was quite a bit of that. Or like or whatever the company wanted to promote while people were waiting for their phone call to actually go through. Yeah. Most of the ones I worked on were local, but one was for, it was something in Georgia, something in Atlanta. I'm trying to remember. I think it was. Wait a minute. It might have been. I want to say it was. No, it couldn't have been Stone Mountain Park. Might have been. That would be really ironic. But I think it was something to do with it. Wow. I think it was. Because I'd been there when I lived in Atlanta. I used to go there a lot. I think I prepped the bulk of my little 4x4 panel. Yes. Yep, that was pretty much what I wrote. But it was my first actual job where I did actual writing. Past lives. I have so many past lives, you have no idea. And in another past life, I did freelance journalism for those weekly newspapers they used to have. You know, I think I was their go-to for the puff pieces because I really liked doing them. I've had a lot of past lives, let me tell you. Another thing I did for a long time, I worked in, well, okay, let me back up and say, I worked in retail for a long time. Way too long. And in between gigs doing that, I was trying to do this stuff. I was trying to work for publishers and things. Yeah, same here. Oh my God, same here. Exactly. I've done so many things. It's really crazy. You know, I used to attribute that to the fact that I didn't have a degree, but you know, you don't need a degree to be a professional writer. It's not absolutely, um, it's not a requirement. It's definitely not a requirement. You just need to have the gumption, right? I've done so many things. You wouldn't believe. This is me as well. I'm sorry, I laughed. Yeah. You know, I think I was on that stream, Charlie. You might have mentioned it when I was on not too long ago. I think I was on that stream as a in the chat. That's funny. I was just thinking I'll probably do. Let's see, it's 8:18, and I usually go until about 9. I'm on the schedule officially from 6:30 to 9:30, Charlie, but I usually stop at 9 so that I'm not using up so much of my StreamYard account. Let's see, it's the 11th, and then let's see, that 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, the 15th and the 16th are the weekend. Oh my. What? Oh boy. Wow. Yeah, I've done a lot of things. I work for a book publisher. Um That was actually the first time I ever worked for directly for a publisher. So yeah, and I ended up I started there doing something completely not what I ended up doing at the end, near the end. Um, I was answering phones um, because this publisher was specific to um, basically. Oh yeah, it's a long story about what kind of publisher it was, but it was business. There were business books and reference books for like listings. It was like business listings basically. Oh boy, that was challenging. So I was a proofreader at one time basically, and then eventually I led a group in doing this because the book was so big. Wow. So I ended up being head proofreader on this project. So that was interesting. So I learned how to index a book. I can index a book because it's been because I did that too. And yeah, I ended up being lead proofreader, and I did the indexing and the cross referencing and all this stuff, and it was really interesting and fascinating. But it was kind of it was good experience. But so anyway, I guess what? Guess what? Guess what? I know somebody who's met him. I mean, actually worked with him. That's interesting, Charlie. That's interesting. And actually, this friend of mine, she's a writer and an actress, and she worked with him. She's also a playwright and a screenwriter. Really, really interesting person. That sounds really interesting. Yes, tell that story the next time you get a chance on your street. That sounds interesting. Oh, and actually, I live pretty close to the community where they filmed Edward Scissorhands. Wait, what? With Tim Burton? You work with Tim Burton? Wow. What didn't he approve? Oh yes, Edward Scissorhands. That was such an interesting movie. It was such a great story and so well done, and it just kind of surprised everybody. But it was obviously a Frankenstein retelling, but still, it was such an interesting twist. And boy, is he good at that, isn't he, Tim Burton? He can just because he's got this dark sensibility, but a sense of humor as well, and everything's so heartfelt that he does. It's really it always all of his stuff has always got my attention. So I love Edward Scissorhands too. But they filmed Edward Scissorhands not too far from where I live. And one of the houses just got put up for sale, and it's this little house that was built the year before they filmed it or something, and it's worth like $400,000, even though it's this little small house. So because of obviously that there's proof that it's filmed there and all that jazz. And yeah. So I think you can pretty much figure out what my friend worked on with them. So that's my little connection to them. Not much of a connection, but it's there. Excuse me. And that was in the little town of Flutes, not far from here. It's about 45 minutes away from where I am. But anyway. Wow, we're just chatting about all kinds of stuff. I wonder if anybody else would like to talk about what they did, or if anybody wants to say that they would like another sprint before 9 o'clock. I can do one more maybe. I don't think I've ever seen that movie, Charlie. Yeah. It's like energy. Chatty energy. But I think I'm like a sponge. When I was on Sarah Scharnweber's stream a couple times, because that was interesting. But I laughed so hard, and I was just kind of sitting there enjoying this company of the company of those people because they were just having a blast. And I was just sitting there listening and just kind of trying to absorb this energy of all these people. It was pretty cool. That's funny. Yeah, so anyway, I guess what my connection is, I know somebody who is actually, so talking about Edward Scissorhands, yeah, I know somebody who is in the movie. She only had one line, but she's one of the ladies that had their hair done by Edward Scissorhands. So, yeah. It's like, don't blink, kind of. Well, she was in a couple of scenes, actually. She was in a good few scenes. She's really cool. And really funny lady. And a good writer. Really good writer. So let's see, it is 8:29. You want to do one more sprint? Or do you want to chat the rest of the time? It doesn't matter to me, but whatever everybody wants to do is fine. But yeah, prepping my canvas, I think I'm down to the know people. Okay. But I am at the bottom of my jar of gesso. What? The reminders don't get silenced. So it's 8:30. What about one more then, folks? 15 or 20? What would you like? Let's keep. Should we do another, just wrap it up with 15? Just in case we start talking again. Okay. Let's do 50. Let's see. Oh, the 20 is queued up. Let's see. It's at 31 after. Okay, 1 second. Whoa. Oh. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. In 3, 2, 1, sprint. Oops. Okay. How did everybody do? What did everybody do? We got a little less than 15 minutes left. And then I definitely wanted to be off by 9 o'clock just to kind of reserve as much time as I could. StreamYard time. So I finished proofing the chapter that I'm submitting. I don't know if you're still here, Stephanie, but I did do that, and so that I could submit. Excuse me, itchy. My Harry Potter scar is itching. I have this huge scar on my forehead. Ah, sorry. And yeah, it's not in a lightning shape. It's just a line. But anyway, so I did that. I finished proofing my chapter 1, and I think it's good enough to go ahead and submit to a critique group. I think because I put in some extra stuff that I needed a transition between one thing and the next that I was missing. I've been wanting to do for a while, so it should be good to go. There we go. Yes, I had internet gremlins. So sorry. Sometimes our internet is wonky. So yes, if I froze, I didn't see that. All I knew was that I didn't see myself. And yes, there were internet gremlins. Man. No, they didn't quite devour me. Not, at least not only the not okay. Maybe I do need to end this stream pretty soon because I'm getting tired apparently. Yeah. They devoured the internet me. Thank you. Yes. Yes, Charlie. Sometimes StreamYard is definitely a gremlin nest. Oh boy. And it just takes up a lot of bandwidth. Am I saying that correctly? Sometimes it just, uses up a lot of bandwidth. I am not a techno savvy person, but I'm working on it. I'm actually an author tuber, and actually, Charlie, I've only been on AuthorTube since. Well, let's see. Actually, I have had this channel for a little while. I actually started it 3 years ago, approximately this month. But I started streaming. I only started streaming in January. It was the first Monday in January. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Lori writes the blues. I love your name. I think that's really cool. Thank you very much. What are you gonna say? Yeah. I'm heading south fast. Oh, good luck, Joe Ninja Hen. Absolutely. So, okay. Just this last month, you mean? Definitely good luck, Joan Ninja Hen. Good luck. In a few hours. Yeah. But take a little rest. Relax. No problem. No problem. You'll be great. You'll be great. Where's that from? Starting here, starting now. Everything's coming up. Anyway. Well, you have a lot of knowledge. So, that counts for something, I think. And you also you already had sort of a broadcasting background, so with your podcasting, so it does kind of translate over. The only thing I did previous was blogging, which kind of translates, but not really. I mean, it gives me ideas, but I can take you know um I was gonna say. Yeah, that is a lot of videos from you. That's what the hubby said. Yes, 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 yes. Um, sorry if you didn't want me to, but I still get nervous. I still get nervous, and I've been doing this for 6 months, 7 months since January. No, that's 6 months. So 6 months, 6 months since January 6th. And then 3 years, 3 years ago when I first started putting a few things up here and there, and I was kind of inconsistent with it, but I was trying to do, whatever, all the things. Anyway, but yeah, a lot of inner critic stuff. Yes, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't. He did stuff. He did a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff for one. 1.5 months we've been doing it. Wow. But, for those of us who have kids, it is a little harder and stuff. So what time is it? Okay, I've got 2 more minutes. So maybe I might finish this up. Anybody here on the stream, by the way, is invited to co-host if you really would like. I'm just putting that out there. Especially Charlie and I can say it, Joe Ninja Hen. Okay, Joe. No, you never know. You never know. You never know. So, so I at least wanted to say that, and then I will go into my outro. Oh, 1 more minute. So, my name is Heather Dewey Pettit, and I guess I could say I'm an author. I'm halfway through. An editor and sometime artist, and I am working on my first novel, my first book, and I've got some other projects coming too. Let's see. I have been on a couple. Not a couple. Well, yes, I have been on panels at a con that I've been attending for 6 years. 6 years last year, so this will be my 7th time I've gone to Necronomicon Tampa, and it is open online. It's online this year, and it's called Necronomicon at Home. And you can Google it, but I think it's stonehill.org, Charlie, if you're interested. If you want to check it out, if anybody wants to check it out. Oh, here's the sticker from last year that came in my swag bag. What do you think, Charlie? This is their logo and their website. So I just thought, shout out, I guess. But I lost my train of thought. No problem, and it is 9 o'clock, so no problem, no hot problem. Ooh, sure. Oh, hello, Grayson. Thank you for coming. If I haven't seen you earlier, and thank you for coming, Charlotte. Yeah, it's what it is. Super quick, Charlie. Is it's obviously the pentagram for the fantasy stuff, and if you look closely, I think the rest of it is isn't that a Doctor Who thing? Isn't that the writing, the Gallifreyan writing? So it's for fantasy, science fiction, horror, comic books, and it is isn't that neat? And oh, you were lurking. What was I going to say? Comic books, fantasy, science fiction, horror is, and I know what I was going to say. They are primarily, it's a small con. A, B, it's nonprofit. It's a nonprofit con. Plus, they raise money for another charity that they've been doing for. This will be their 11th year. It's called Kids and Canines. It's a local nonprofit here that benefits children and dogs and kids with disabilities. I think that's all I wanted to say. So it's a really, really, really great organization. It's nonprofit, and it's more literary. So we get a lot of authors. Timothy Zahn, like I said before, he comes every year, and he's really nice. Oh, well, maybe that's what it is. See, I still haven't really read those yet. Oh, well, at least that's what it looks like to me anyway. I could be wrong, but maybe that's what it is because there's a lot of, I'm going to butcher this, Cholulu, um, because it is called Necronomicon. Anyway, that's probably, you would know this, Charlie, more than I would. Because I haven't read it. I haven't read it. So I need to. Anyway, thank you so much for coming, everyone. And also, anybody watching the replay, thank you for watching. And yeah, I'll wrap this up. And have a great day. Have a great evening, folks. And bye-bye. And thank you, Charlie.